Support.
The maestro, please!
Things are starting to heat up, both in terms of the weather and the amount of albums we're talking about. This will be for the week of
May 14th. 2022.
On this day in music back in 2016, Coloring Book by Chance the Rapper was released. It would be the first album to get on the US Billboard 200 solely from streaming, getting all the way to number 8. You know, despite having a good number of things to talk about, none of them are on the classical chart.
Don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing.
Trombone Shorty's second release on Blue Note following his 2017 Parking Lot Symphony. Very much more of the same, which isn't exactly a bad thing, as I think his blending of jazz and funk works very well.
My one and only.
Another one from Impulse's Acoustic Sounds series. This one is 1963's John Coltrane and Johnny Hartman. And for those of you that know the old crooners, Johnny Hartman is a vocalist. And in fact, this was one of only 3 all-ballad albums that John Coltrane recorded.
Singing.
I love rock and roll. Zeit. Bitte bleib stehen, bleib stehen.
Studio album number 8 from Rammstein, if you were looking for that harder German rock. Oddly enough, this wasn't originally planned. They recorded it because they couldn't do anything because of the pandemic, so their tour was postponed. So during lockdown, their creativity got a jolt and they came up with this album.
Then I'll bid you good night. Good night. Good night.
Number 42, this one, February 23, 1974 at the Winterland Arena in San Francisco, California. And if you were one of the lucky few to get the album with the included bonus disc, then you got some selections from the concert the day before.
It's bigger than hip hop, hip hop. Hey, Mr. Crawford, tell me where you been. Been riding around.
Debut studio album from NoCap, off to a good start, getting all the way to number 8 on the Billboard 200, making his debut studio album his highest charting release to date.
When you drunk, you tell me exactly how you feel. When I'm loaded, I keep it real.
Another one of those high-profile rap albums I've been talking about lately, studio album number 9 from Future, and Future diehard fans are going to want the deluxe edition, which includes an additional 6 tracks.
Welcome to the life of Electra. Oh, sugar finger, lick a lips. Hit me with your
Marina Diamonds' second studio album, released under the name Marina and the Diamonds, back up here because of the reissue for the Platinum Blonde edition. The digital edition does include pretty much all of the tracks that were on the deluxe edition back in the day, and it also comes out as a vinyl edition as well.
And now I need some help from the maestro, please.
Got my driver's license last week, just like we always talked about.
I do believe I neglected to mention this when it actually happened, but there's a movie about this. It's titled Olivia Rodrigo, Driving Home to You. A sour film was released back in March on Disney+.
I wanna see the desert from a painted Palomino. Senorita, need to have a little fun. I'm acting.
8th studio album from Miranda Lambert, following up her previous one back in 2019, Wild Card, though we did have that collaborative album, The Mafia Tapes, last year. Regardless, this one, just like Wild Card, is at number 4, but let's see if it also wins Grammy for Best Country Album like Wild Card did.
I think I'm gonna stay right here tonight, cause I could be dangerous. Cause I could be dangerous.
Honestly, at this point, I just gotta come up with a bit that we do every time we talk about this.
103.5 Dawn FM. Stay tuned.
Dawn FM back up to the top of the charts, well, at number 2 anyway, because it had its vinyl release. So if you're an audiophile or you really just love vinyl and are a fan of The Weeknd, well, you can get this on vinyl now.
When you drunk, you tell me exactly how you feel. When I'm loaded, I keep it real.
continuing the trend for Future's album ever since 2015's DS2, this is another one that debuted at number 1, making it his 7th in a row for his studio albums at number 1. Good chunk of things to listen to this week. Some rock, some rap, some electronic, some jazz. Hopefully we'll get some classical next week.
And now I need some help on the maestro, please.